Joel LaBrosse on the French horn, everybody. I saw her today at the reception. Glass of wine in her hand, and I knew she was going to meet her connection. At her feet was a footloose man. Now you can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need. I went down to the demonstration, get my fair share of abuse. Going down to vent our frustrations. If we don't, we're gonna blow a 50 amp fuse. I said, you can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Try sometime, just might find you get what you need. I went down to the Chelsea drugstore, get my prescription filled. Stand in line, Mr. Jimmy. Man, he was looking pretty ill. We decided we'd go for a soda. My favorite flavor's cherry red. Standing line there with Mr. Jimmy Fallon. He looked at me, the one thing that he said, you can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Try sometime, just might find you get what you need. At the reception, at her feet was a bleeding man. She was practiced at the art of deception, and I could tell by her blood-stained hands. Say you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. We're in the gymnasium. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Here we go. Try sometime. It just want. Try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Thank you. This is one of ours. It's called Get Livin'. I was 8 years old in a summer camp. I was watching 2 daredevils on a bicycle ramp. 5 years later in a wallflower stance, couldn't find the nerve at my first team dance. No guts and no glory, no reason for regret. And the stories are just stories you've got to see for yourself. You got to be young before you get old. You got to take the world on your shoulder. You got to fly before you land. You got to bet to play your hand. You got to get living before you die. And acting like a fool. Stayed pretty clean, breaking every other rule. Working hard, playing hard for the love of a girl. Kiss goodbye to go out and see the world. No guts and no glory, no reason for regret. And stories are just stories you've got to see for yourself. You gotta take the world on your shoulder. You gotta fly before you land. You gotta bet to play your hand. You gotta get living before you die. That's Joel Ross right there. You could sit and watch it like it's just the same. How do you know unless you play the game? I'm married now, my kids used to be 5 and 2. I've been telling them just like I'm telling you. Guts and no glory, no reason for regret. And stories are the stories you've got to see for yourself. You gotta be young before you get old. You gotta take the world on your shoulders. Yeah, you gotta fly before you land. You gotta bet to play your hand. You gotta get living before you die. You gotta be young before you get old. You gotta take the world on your shoulders. You gotta fly before you land. You gotta bet to play your hand. You gotta get living before you die. Get living before you die. So you better get living before you die. Thanks for being here, folks. That's Joel Ross to my right on the bass guitar. Keeping it real, holding it down. That's Mr. Jason Collis on the drums, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric Willison. Hey, hey.
We are a band called The Shiners. Thanks for being here, everybody. Please keep supporting these things. It's important. We appreciate it. You can sit and watch it like it's just the same. How do you know unless you play the game? Thanks, folks. Have a great night.